Hey guys, so some UFC tidbits I wanted to talk about. Jack Hermansson versus um, Khamzat Chimaev. Um, they had like an exhibition wrestling match. Surprised UFC allowed that match. I'm guessing maybe it was safe because it was just a wrestling match and it was a UFC guy versus another UFC guy. It was a very interesting match, only because I got to see, you know, Chimae's pure wrestling, what his wrestling is like, and he wrestles exactly like he fights, man. He's a high pressure, very intense, in your face individual when he wrestles too, and he's strong as hell. He was facing Jack Hermansson, who's no walk in the park, and you could see Hermansson was the bigger guy. Maybe Hermansson, from observation, doesn't have the wrestling chops that Chimaev has, but at the same time, he had the size advantage. It didn't matter really. I think Chimaev is used to wrestling bigger guys than him. He has a good gas tank. It was just a high-paced wrestling match where both were matching strength, and it was fun. It was fun to watch. It was very interesting to see two UFC fighters just deciding to do like an exhibition wrestling match, and where they both show their wrestling chops, and from observation, I think Chimaev is gonna be a problem for Kamaru Usman, who's the current champ. I'm hoping, really, really hoping that Chimaev does get to work his way up undefeated towards a title fight, and that Kamaru Usman is still the champion, because I think Kamaru Usman is a beast. He's a savage. He has that cardio. His wrestling defense is just amazing, and Chimaev's main weapon is wrestling. He's a young guy. He's younger, good gas tank. At this point, I would say Usman has the better gas tank. Just from observation, Usman has proven himself. He's gone, 5 rounds against Colby, for example. Colby is a savage. His conditioning, his cardio is off the charts, and he has matched Colby. He has beaten Colby twice. That tells you everything. So yeah, it's gonna be super interesting to see Chimaev work his way up, and I'm hearing noise that he's gonna be facing Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is a welterweight that got to fight for the title against Usman, and he had a pretty good run, and he didn't do that bad against Usman. So that's gonna be a good step up in competition for Chimaev. I thought that wrestling match was very interesting. I just wanted to give my thoughts real quick on it, and also I wanted to talk about Miesha Tate. She had a match against I think her name is Caitlin, something like that, and it was Miesha Tate lost. There was a lot of hype, from a lot of commentators and pundits. They wanted to see Miesha Tate work her way up, and they were already even talking about, another title run. And I was thinking that it was too soon to talk about that as far as Miesha Tate is concerned. Miesha Tate had been out of the game for a long time, and if you are realistic about it, there's good women in that division, better competition than when Miesha Tate left. Yeah, she won her comeback fight. She won that fight, and this was a good step up in competition. But I think Vieira just outstruck her. She was the better striker. She really kicked Miesha Tate's ass, and the thing is that Miesha Tate, although I love her as a competitor, she is, and a former champion that she hasn't really changed her style that much. She was mentioning she was gonna be like Miesha Tate 2.0. Really not seeing that much of a difference as the way she fought before. She's, when she fights, her head is very stationary. She doesn't raise her hands that much. She takes a lot of shots. She is aggressive. She has good takedowns and a very good ground game. That's the way she won her title back in the day against Holmes. And yeah, I wasn't surprised that she lost. I think she's still competitive, but I think the talk of another title run were too premature. I'm thinking people like Chelson and all these people already talking about another title run. They got ahead of themselves. So just wanted to give my comments on Miesha Tate. I'm a big fan of hers, and I want to see her compete. And maybe she does work her way up. I'm not sure. There's still a chance because the women's division, things change very quick. Those are my thoughts, anyways. And thanks for listening to me. And give me likes, dislikes, subscribe to my humble channel. Thank you for all of those that have already subscribed. Peace.